Okay, let's be real for a second. If you're a recruiter, are you feeling like you're just drowning in admin? Spending way more time on data entry and scheduling than actually talking to amazing candidates? Well, today, we're going to dive into how automation can fix recruitment's biggest headaches and totally change the way you work. Hey everyone, I'm Pulsey, and I'll be your guide today. My whole thing is taking complex tech stuff and making it super simple, showing you how it can actually make a difference in your day-to-day. We're about to explore how automation is completely shaking up the world of recruitment. And trust me, in this crazy war for talent, automation isn't just some nice-to-have tool. It's basically your secret weapon to get ahead and win. All right, so here's the game plan. First, we'll tackle the big problem, what I call the administrative black hole. Then I'll introduce you to the powerhouse tool, n8n. After that, we'll look at 3 seriously game-changing workflows, see how manual stacks up against automated, and then we'll talk about how you can start your own automation journey. Sound good? So, let's kick things off with a little reality check. We all know that in the race for the best talent, speed is absolutely everything. But for so many HR teams, the daily grind feels less like a race and more like, well, a slow, painful crawl through a swamp of paperwork. Yeah, this quote, it really hits home, doesn't it? You're not just a recruiter anymore. You're a data entry clerk, a scheduler, a document manager, and a professional email chaser. Think about it. Every single hour you're stuck manually digging through resumes or chasing people for interview times is an hour you're not spending on the stuff that actually matters. Building relationships and talking to the best people out there. And look, these frustrations aren't just small annoyances. They have a real direct impact on the business. Your time to hire gets bloated, which means lost productivity. A clunky, slow process, top talent just drops out. One little typo can cost you the perfect hire. And the result of all this? Your team gets totally burned out doing the same repetitive tasks over and over. It's a really vicious cycle. So here's the big what if. What if you could just flip the script on all of that? What if your systems could pre-qualify candidates for you while you sleep and schedule interviews without a single one of those back-and-forth emails? Let's figure out how that's possible. All right, the solution we're going to focus on is a tool called n8n. And trust me, it's the powerhouse that can pull your team right out of that administrative swamp we were just talking about. So what exactly is n8n? First off, it's pronounced N8, and at its core, it's a tool for workflow automation. Now, extendable just means it's super flexible and you can make it fit your exact process. But fair code, that's the really crucial part for HR. It means you can host it yourself on your own servers. Why does that matter? It gives you total control and top-notch security over all that sensitive candidate data. No one else sees it unless you say so. The best way to think about it is like this. n8n is the central nervous system for your entire recruitment tech stack. It's the thing that connects all your separate apps, your email, your calendar, your ATS, and gets them working together as one smart, seamless unit. It literally makes them all talk to each other automatically. Okay, theory is one thing, but let's see how this stuff actually works in the real world, right? We're going to break down 3 specific, game-changing workflows that can absolutely revolutionize your hiring pipeline. All right, first up, let's tackle the biggest time sink of them all, that initial screening process. Just imagine for a second, a system that automatically finds, filters, and scores every applicant, and then just hands you a perfect, qualified shortlist every single morning. Sounds pretty good, huh? So here's how this flow actually works, step by step. It all kicks off the second a resume lands in your inbox. An AI node instantly reads it and pulls out all the key data, like skills and experience. Then, it scores that candidate against your job requirements. And finally, and this is the best part, only the absolute best candidates get sent straight to the right recruiter's Slack. And just like that, poof, hours of manual sifting just disappear. Okay, workflow number 2. Let's talk about killing the dreaded scheduling email chain. We have all been there, right? That endless, what time works for you game. It's a massive productivity killer. But with automation, you can get rid of it forever. What's so incredible about this is just how seamless it is. A recruiter simply moves a candidate to the interview stage in your ATS. Instantly,
n8n checks the interviewer's calendar for open spots and pings the candidate an email with a scheduling link showing only those pre-approved times. The candidate picks a time, and boom, the event is automatically created on everyone's calendar, complete with a video link. We're talking about scheduling confirmed in minutes, not days.
But the work isn't done just because the offer is accepted, right? Onboarding is a whole other beast, with dozens of little tasks for HR, IT, managers, you name it. An automated workflow here can make sure every single new hire has a perfect, smooth day one experience, every single time. So this workflow kicks into gear the moment you mark someone as hired. It automatically creates their Google and Slack accounts. It assigns a task to IT to get their laptop ready. It tells HR to send out the welcome package. And it sends the new hire a warm welcome email with all their first day info. The result? No more missteps, no more day one chaos. Okay, now for the real aha moment. Let's put the old, manual way right next to the new, automated way and see just how big the difference really is. Just look at this. With resume screening, you're going from tedious, manual data entry to automatic parsing and scoring. For scheduling, you're trading that awful email tag for instant self-service scheduling. For data sync, forget updating 3 different spreadsheets. Now you update in one place and it syncs everywhere. And for onboarding, that messy, manual checklist becomes a perfect one-click process. And the result of all this is, well, it's massive. We're talking about an 80% faster screening process. And that doesn't just mean your recruiters save time, it means they're gaining a huge competitive edge. They're getting to the best talent before your competitors have even opened the first resume. That kind of speed translates directly into better hires and a much stronger team. So where do we go from here? Look, this is so much more than just a simple productivity hack. What we're talking about is a fundamental shift in how recruitment even operates. Because by capturing all your data cleanly and consistently, these workflows are basically creating the high-quality fuel you're going to need for the next wave of AI. You'll finally be able to move from just reacting to hiring needs to having a proactive talent strategy. You can finally answer those huge questions with confidence, like which channels actually bring us our best people, or what really predicts success in this role. So your journey can start with just one simple question. I want you to look at your own process and ask yourself, what is the single biggest bottleneck, the most painful, time-consuming part? Is it screening, scheduling, onboarding? Whatever it is, pinpoint that one thing, because that is the perfect place to start your automation journey. And that really brings us to the most important point of all. The real purpose of automation isn't just about efficiency. It's about getting you out of the weeds so you can do what you do best. It's about letting you stop chasing tasks and start building real connections with talent. You're not replacing the human side of HR, you're finally unleashing it. And that's our deep dive into transforming recruitment with n8. Hey, thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Pulsey, and I really hope this helps you on your way to building a faster, smarter, and a much more human hiring process.